Hi guys, welcome back to another Boom Beach video. So exciting news, within the first week we have reached gold. So this doesn't really happen a whole lot, particularly in the past seasons, but in this season we really have made some good progress. We were down at rank 15 or so, and once we switched over to this base over here, we were winning more often, particularly, and especially now that we have things like the flamethrowers, mines, we've maxed out the mortars and stuff. This base design is really working. So I'll show you the tech tree just briefly. We haven't bothered upgrading sniper towers. The upgrade tokens can be spent elsewhere. We have upgraded flares a little bit, just to 11 seconds there, because the decks aren't too long, but you do need to flare sometimes, particularly when you're using brick. And I might show you that if we go against a base where we need to use brick. So we're not going to unlock this multi-node. No point in getting that. We did go back, so we went down here through the cannons, the seekers, shock launchers, and then once we were up at brick, we had saved up enough keys to unlock the next end room and also cannons. But what we decided to do is backfill and get heavies, get flamethrowers, and also get building damage. That really helps us to make a dirty 3 EOR base. So the base design that we have right now, it works, I'd say, like 90% of the time you're gonna win. As you can see this log, we did go on a bit of a win streak as well when we did switch to it, and more or less we've been progressing forwards more than we've been losing and progressing backwards. So I'll show you perhaps the latest victory here. I'll show you the enemy replay. And then I'll show you like 3 things in this base design that really work and that you should copy if you're... Okay, this guy just arted it out. So we'll go back and take a look at another opponent who actually deployed some troops and how he lost. So that's the troop combination he's using. Bricks, not bricks, what am I saying, bricks. So heavies and Zukas and medics. So the key to this base design is to not give the opponent any more GB than he's gonna get, particularly when he's artillerying out an end room or else artillerying out the shock launchers. You can see that shock launchers aren't touching any other buildings, and that just helps because sometimes the opponent will opt to art out a shock launcher, and if the shock launcher is touching another building, they get an extra, I believe it's like 3 GBE or something. So that really helps them, just build up more GB and put out more artilleries. And you can see that the end rooms over here aren't touching at all. It's mostly these buildings around here that are touching. And so that really helps prevent them artillerying out a shock launcher or else even double end rooms. You definitely don't want buildings touching. So that's that. And next thing I want to talk about is mines. Now I did have the mines really clustered up. For example, I would have them all up in a line, in one line like this. Like a cluster, like a field of mines. And that was really bad because what I saw some opponents doing was they would just use their artillery on the mines. And when I'm using seekers, a well-placed mines will really destroy the seekers. And in this, the mines are all over the place, so he doesn't really have any particular area over here to take out a good cluster of mines. Sure, if he drops down artillery, let's say over here in the middle there, he can destroy those 3. But you can see there's mines all around the place over here, so he's definitely going to hit a bunch of mines, and his seekers are going to lose a lot of health. And then the next thing is also building placement. These buildings over here, particularly the flamethrowers, are placed in the center where we know that the seekers are going to have to go through. And then at the 2 sides, we've got machine guns. We've got the shock launchers covering practically every end room and buildings. You can see that this shock launcher covers, the radius covers this one. So in case seekers go up this way, stand over here, there's at least a shock launcher. This shock launcher is still able to reach the seekers more or less. So we'll get rid of that. We've got the machine guns placed at the sides. Now I didn't place machine guns over here, because if you place machine guns over here, the seekers will just stand in the dead spot of the machine gun, and they'll be able to stay alive for another 4 or 5 seconds, destroying the end room. So it's better to place flamethrowers right in front of the end rooms where the seekers are going to stand, because the flamethrower can obviously, it doesn't have a dead zone. And also we've got machine guns that can destroy the seekers from the sides over here. And then further out we have mortars that can still reach, you can see the radius still reaches the end room area. And then far out at the very outermost area we have sniper towers. They're not going to do a whole lot of damage, but they're still there to snipe out some seekers. We've got some cannons over here at the sides as well. Everything's just designed to cover this area, this general area. So all the buildings can cover sort of this general area, and it's a very destructive minefield if this opponent is going up against us. So we'll show you an enemy replay. Let's just show you this one over here of this base in action. So he's choosing. You can see over here the flamethrower didn't touch the end room there, so he wasn't able to get any more extra value after those artilleries. So he's dropping down seekers. He's dropping one cluster in the front, presumably because those seekers are going to die because of all the mines in front of there. And he's using battle orders as well. So you can see there the seekers, once they go through the mines, they're in the spot of the flamethrowers and the machine guns, so they absolutely get shredded. So that's the base. If you're stuck at 3 end rooms, I would highly recommend some sort of base design like this. If you want, you can copy this as well and modify it to your own design, depending on what buildings you have and such. So go ahead and copy it if you are stuck. So we have seekers. Let me see the next end room. So I am saving up for the next end room. I'm not going there right now because if I do unlock it right now and I don't have things like boom cannons, Kavan's gonna be really nice, especially the troop health. I'm just gonna be going up against people who have boom cannons, who will most likely have mines, and if I get matched up with someone that's very high up in the tech level, I might even go up against someone who has shock mines and bombardiers. So I'm just waiting until I can at least reach the troop health before unlocking the next end room. So we do have 3 chests there, so let's try and unlock it. I'll show you some ways I've been attacking. It's been hit or miss. So let's see over here. So this base, we might be in with a chance over here because you can see this path over here that the seekers can walk up to for this end room. He hasn't placed mines in that particular path. He's put it off to the side over here, so we might be able to win a little bit. What I will do is bring in a boat of heavies, and what we're going to do is we're going to flare the heavies right over here, try and get the heavies to distract the not the flamethrowers, the shock launchers. And then we'll also use bricks, not battle orders, but we will use the iron will just to make them last a bit longer because we don't have the 2 pelt and we're going up against flamethrowers right now. So let's put down heavies. Now the heavies, let's flare them right in there. Let's drop down brick, and as brick is going down, let's go for the win. So we'll initiate a battle orders there. So can we? Okay, I think we did get off that battle orders there. We might be able to get 1 or 2 more end rooms. Okay, so we were lucky there. I think we saved up enough artillery there, and seekers, I believe 4 or 5 seekers there, got us the win. And you saw there that the boat of heavies really did do a nice job distracting the shock launchers. So this is his attack. Let's just take a look at his one first. Let's put it in 2x speed just to see what's happening. So he wasted 1 GB there. Presumably that was a flare, but he put down a medic there instead. A med kit, sorry. Now what he's trying to go to the very back of the base, because if you can get your troop back there, they can attack both end rooms at once. So let's see if that's gonna work. There's no shock shunting. He's just gonna be in the center of that dead zone. Everything's gonna be coming at him. He does have the battle orders there to bring that extra damage and movement speed, but it's not going to be enough to destroy more than one engine room. So that was a nice win there. I think we might have just enough, so we'll just gem up there, try and go for another attack in this video. Okay, I haven't seen this type of base design in a while now, where it's just completely split up. What might be best here is just to stick to the same way, but I might artillery out this one because it's the furthest one away, and these two are closest together. So what I'll do is drop down the heavies, drop down brick as well, and we'll flare them up to, let's flare them down here, and we'll just start dropping down. Now we might have dropped down the seekers a bit too late there, but we should be able to activate battle orders right about now. So let's try and let's part out this one. Hopefully it's gonna work. Nice. One more artillery. Is that gonna win? Oh no. Okay. Yeah, so I think I dropped down the seekers just too late there. Now the opponent is still attacking. If he sees me retreat right now, he might continue attacking. I'm not sure what his play is, but we'll wait until at least 2 engine rooms go down, and then we'll retreat. You can see there that the engine room has almost no health. So that's a shame as well. So even with just, these 2 machine guns, a single flamethrower, and not much else was in range, to be honest, except for maybe perhaps these 2 mortars. And that was enough. Those 4 or 5 buildings there was enough to take down our seekers. And we weren't even going over a lot of mines there either. Okay, so the opponent was able to take us down. Let's just retreat now. Okay, let's see what the opponent did, see if we can learn anything. Now at this point we do have so you can see there he's artillerying at that shock launcher, but because it's not touching anything, it might actually be touching this one, but he doesn't see it. He's not getting the value of destroying 2 buildings that are close together. For example, if you place an artillery over here, you'd get the value of destroying all 3 of these buildings, and you'd get what, 369 GB. So let's slow it down. So he's opted to destroy a shock. He's using Sparky, so he's using a heavy Zuka combination, so that's why it's more better to destroy the shock launcher if you're using that combination. And presumably his critters are going to take out the mines. Heavy is going to provide defense, and then his Zukas are probably maxed out or something in order to provide the damage. Now this base is more geared towards stopping seekers, so yeah, it's not really geared towards stopping heavy Zuka attacks, but at this point I guess people do have heavy Zukas and can definitely attack it this way. So for heavy Zukas, we don't have a lot of cannons or anything in order to one-shot these heavies. We mostly have splash damage buildings, and once you take out the machine guns, your Zukas have free reign over the entire base. You can see some of these mortar shells, if they can attack the Zukas, they can destroy a cluster of them. But the Zukas sometimes just, they shoot and then they walk away out of the range of the mortar shell. So it's quite difficult sometimes with the mortars to attack the Zukas properly. So you can see there he had a small little army left over of Zukas and he was able to attack us. But that was a one-off, and we'll just say that most people are using Seekers. So that's me, guys. I'm almost at rank 17 gold, and just saving up now. Hopefully within the next season we'll be somewhere over here and we'll have gotten the Bombardiers. So guys, that's it. Don't forget to like and subscribe and let me know how you guys are getting along so far.